Good morning, YouTube, and welcome back to Fern Valley Farm. Formerly Fern Valley Honeybees. I changed the name of the channel just so I could expand it. But if you're trying to look me up, you still got to look at Fern Valley Honeybees. For whatever reason, YouTube changed my name back. One part of the site says Fern Valley Farm, the other part says Fern Valley Honeybees. I think you can only change your name in a certain amount of time. It's in so many months. I'm still trying to get that fixed. But anyways, we're Fern Valley Farm at Fern Valley Honeybees. So today's subject I'm going to reseed my patch. I'm not going to reseed it. I'm just going to kind of like overseed it. Just give it a little bit more grass seed going into next spring. I'm going to do it now. It's almost, tomorrow's Halloween. So it's what, today's October 30th. And I'm just going to put some grass seed down. You can still see, we've had so much rain up here. You can see that everything is still pretty green. Usually, sometimes by the beginning of September or beginning of October, I take the horses off the pasture because it's already gone dormant and dry, but no rain. But this year we've had so much rain that they've stayed on it until almost the beginning of November. But the last horse came off the pasture the other day. They've got it chewed down pretty short, but you can still see it's green. I mean, there's still some green spots here. So what I'm going to do, I did that side over there. I don't know how well this camera will zoom into that. I got a new camera coming. I'm kind of excited about that, actually. I'll be able to zoom a lot better. You can see over there, that side I did last week. So today I'm going to do this side. And that's what I'm using right there. Just a general, it's called Top Choice. One of the local stores up here sells it. I'm up in Northern Illinois. You can go to any one of your farm stores. You can find this stuff. It's Pasture Overseed mix. One thing I don't like about it is it's got a lot of clover in it. And the clover's great for the bees. The bees love it. But for the horses, later in the year, if you ever see your horse salivating and you're wondering why, it's because of the clover. Clover makes horses salivate. So if you ever see your horse standing out in the pasture drooling uncontrollably, almost, it's because of the clover. So this mix here has got a pretty good mix of the different grass seeds in it, types of grass, and clover. And it works pretty good. And you can seed this time of year. Like I said, it's almost November 1st. You can still seed. It'll take. But when I do it when the horses are off the pasture, because you don't want them going on. You don't want to seed it. Grass starts coming up. Horses are stepping on it, chewing on it, pulling it out by the roots. You want to let it take hold a little bit. It's supposed to rain today or tonight again, which we've had plenty of rain. We don't need no more. So I want to put this down now, and I'm going to show you how I do this. Let me just zoom out here. Let me zoom out there. What you got here, you just got one of these old crank. You can buy these at any Menards, even sells them, any place that sell lawn and garden stuff. Put your grass seed in here. You just take it and you spin it. It's really not that tough. So what I'm going to do, I only got about a half a bag here, but you just put your grass seed in, just like that. You put your grass seed in, you can see it falling out. There's settings on the bottom of this thing. There's a lever. There's a little thing here, a setting for how far and how wide you want that open. And actually, I should have checked that before I even did that. It's pretty wide open. Okay, that's good. You can set it. I hope you can see this on the camera, but there's a setting in here. And there's a little button right here that'll adjust. That'll adjust how fast and how much grass you want, how fast you want the seed to come out. So you want to try and spread it kind of evenly. It's kind of hard when you're doing a whole pasture like this. So I just kind of start in one spot. I just work my way back and forth. But it's real easy. You put the grass seed in, you turn the handle, and it just shoots the seed out. I'm just going to kind of demonstrate here. You guys don't need to see me do this whole pasture. It's going to take me a little while. But all you do is just put it in. You see the grass comes flying out. And that's it. And this will take hold over the winter. It might even start coming up now. I don't know. It might start coming up now. I need to go check on the other side and see if any of that seed came up. I did that about a week and a half ago. And I've been waiting to get this last horse off of this pasture here so I could do this side and show you guys. But reseeding your pasture is really easy. It ain't tough. Get yourself one of those. Get yourself a nice one. Don't buy a cheap one. I learned the hard way. You get a cheap one, you pay for what you get. So it broke pretty quick. Buy yourself a nice one. They last forever. I've done other parts of the farm here doing this. And it works really nice. I need to go over there and check to see if any of that new grass is coming up. But you want to do it when your horses are off the pasture. This way the grass can take hold. It'll start to come up. If you put them on there and the grass is coming up, they're going to eat it. They're going to pull it right up by the roots. Let it settle for the winter. Let the snow sit on it. Here anyways, where we live, let the snow sit on it. Depending on where you live, depending on your climate, adjust yourself to that. That's kind of it. Like I said, I'm going to do it now. It's supposed to rain tonight again, which we don't need anymore. We've had plenty. And so I'm going to seed it and then just let it be. It'll sit here till next spring. And I don't usually put my horses on the pasture till usually up here anyways, where we live. It depends on where you live. Here I don't do it until about usually May 1st, somewhere right around there. I let the grass come up a little bit. I don't put them on it too soon. Some people do. It's all a personal preference. It just works for me. I let the grass come up. I let it get up 2, 3, 4 inches. Then I'll turn the horses loose. And one thing that's really important when you put your horses out on pasture in the spring, and I'll do a video on that next spring, you don't just throw your horse on fresh green grass if they haven't had it all winter. You can colic them, you can founder them, you can give them laminitis. I'm going to do videos on all that stuff so you guys can learn about that. So you want to let it come up, and then you put them on it, maybe an hour, take them off. They're not real happy about that. What I usually do is I put them on it close to feeding time. So when I shake a can of grain, they'll come running in, and then I can lock them off it. So you go an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours, gradually build yourself up. Don't just throw them on fresh green grass. Some people do it. They never have any issues. It'd be my luck, I would do that. I have something colic. And like I said, I'll do a video on all that stuff. So you want to break them into the grass. And one other thing, if you ever look around your pasture and you see some grass that's taller in some spots than other spots, that's because if they keep eating in one area and you're like, why aren't they eating all this other green grass? It's beautiful. That green grass doesn't have as much sugar as this green grass. So if you see an area where it's chewed down to like nothing, and they keep eating and eating it, that means there's more sugar in that grass. You see taller spots, I'll show you here. I mean, they'll eat it, but if you look at grass like this, let's say, and you can see it's a little taller, there's not as much sugar in this grass as there is, let's say, right here. You see how this is chewed down to nothing? I only got one horse in this pasture, and she just chews it down to nothing. So like I said, and I mean, 3/4 of the pasture is eaten down. There's just spots where you'll see taller green grass, and that means there's less sugar in that grass. Obviously the grass is sweeter, the horses like it, and that's why they do that. So if you ever wonder, some people say where they go to the bathroom, they won't eat the grass. Yes, no, I've seen horses grazing where they've gone to the bathroom. Some won't. There's kind of different theories on that. But when you see grass taller in one spot that's really not touched, that's because there's not as much sugar in that grass as there is in the short grass. So that's kind of it. So I'm going to go ahead and spread this seed around. It's supposed to rain tonight. Let the rain hit it. Horses are done for the year now. Like I said, tomorrow's Halloween, end of October. Let the rain sit on it. Let the snow sit on it. Let that grass come up nice and strong. Like I said, I let it get up about 3-4 inches in the spring. Then I started putting them on it. Break them into it. Don't just throw your horse on fresh green grass unless you want a vet bill or worse, and you don't want that. So that's pretty much it. Hopefully you liked the video. Got any questions, just ask. Yeah, that's pretty much, that's all I can think of, I guess, for now on this subject here. So if you got any questions, please ask. Please subscribe, support the channel. Give me a thumbs up if you like the video. There's a little bell next to the subscribe button. Click on the bell. You'll get a notification every time I make a video. And I've got a lot of different subjects coming up. I'm even doing some cooking videos, actually. I just put one on today on some different country recipes. And like I said, on this channel now, it's just going to be pretty much all country, rural, country life, rural living, rural type subjects, country subjects. That's pretty much the main. My bees are still here. Lots of bee videos to come, so pay attention to that. The girls are getting ready for winter now. I got some videos coming out actually on that soon. I'm preparing them for winter. So anyways, my grass seeding video. So if you got any questions, comments, please leave them. I'll talk to you later, YouTube. Bye.